Hello and welcome to another episode of Mixtape Podcast. Today, my guest is Rizwan Thakur. He is currently running a wedding photography business with his wife Palvisha, and he is also the co host of the TPR podcast. I got to talk to him about the storytelling aspect of wedding photography. Hello, Rizwan. Welcome to Mixtape Podcast. How have you been?
Hi, Fatima. Thank you for having me. I've been okay. There's a lot to talk about, of course, in the given context of the world we're in right now. But I'm okay. Yeah, doing well.
So,
Yeah.
just a bit of a context for our listeners. I know Rizwan's for like some 10 years now. He was my
Yeah.
senior in FC College. Different majors,
Yep.
but we got to hang out a bit. So,
Yeah.
since then, what have you been doing? What were you majoring in back then? I think let's start with that. And given
Okay.
that today's key topic is going to be photography as a medium of storytelling, so how did you ended up from doing what you were doing back then to being somebody who's running a photography business now?
Yeah. At at FC, I think I already had the makings of having a jumpy career
Yeah.
because I started as an IT major at FC College for
Okay.
like first, and I don't think a lot of my friends even know that.
Yeah.
So
No.
I was very, at that time, I was still pretty big on like techie stuff. And I was like, okay, I'm going to do an IT major. And uh, I think I had that major for a couple weeks और उस दौरान I had a minor course of psychology 101 or psych 100 I think they call it at FC. So that course started that week and I was like, okay, it's time to change my major already in the first week of joining the university. Or I had done psychology in my A levels.
Mhm.
So there was some interest there. So then I changed my major to psychology. I changed my major to psychology then, and that's what I stuck with for as long as I was at FC.
Mhm.
And that's like more than a decade ago. So I was a 2010 graduating batch, and it's 2021 now. Wow, I feel old now. And I think after FC, I actually during FC, I started teaching at a government school in Lahore, in Sherawala Darwaza, in like old Lahore, walled city. I was again there for a few months.
Mhm.
वो बहुत सारा passion था कि दुनिया बदलेंगे, like all university students generally, have when they're planning to graduate and take up jobs in the world and they'll change the system. And I don't know, I had all of that in my mind too, कि हम education system बदलेंगे. And but then I started doing that job, or the commute from my house to Wall City and back was costing me like 75% of my salary. And थोड़ा सा reality check होना शुरू हो गया कि खाली पेट झंडा
Yeah.
लहराना मुश्किल है.
Yeah.
तो so then I decided to leave Pakistan. I think that's what you do.
Yeah, मतलब
मतलब
सीधा jump from
हाँ
like
हाँ, it's like यहाँ पे अब कुछ the rupee is failing me. And actually, at that time, the rupee was still pretty strong if you look at it in
compared to
context.
now. Yeah.
Now, but still, my salary was like 18,000 rupees a month, and I was spending 13,000 on gas. So I I started visiting Dubai and looking for interviews and jobs and applying over there. It took me like three visit visas to land a job in the UAE. And I started working with Emirates Airlines this time. And I was there for like 4.5 years, almost 5 years, if you count the training and everything that went into it. So there was still nothing related to photography in my life up to this point. I worked at the airport. I worked in many different branches of Emirates in like different cities and in shopping malls and small kiosks. Um, Finally reached the corporate side of it where I had to wear a suit and shave every day, and I got my car and like company perks that come with all of that. But that's around 2015 where I decided even that's not something that I want from life anymore. So हाँ FC के टाइम से अभी तक इधर उधर ही चल uh, and around that time I also got married to Palvasha, the photographer that I had been following for a while, even before I married her. So we were friends, and she was already a photographer in Karachi, working with other photographers. And I didn't know jack about photography. So when we got married, a couple months later, I quit my job in the UAE. We both moved to Lahore, and it was like, "Ab kya karna hai?" Now, the career is nowhere. The family is thinking I'm absolutely insane. I've quit my career
Yeah,
path.
job.
जो,
Yeah.
वो जो चल रहा होता है, like the secure thing, and you had a car and an apartment. You were living alone. You just got married. How can you quit? And it was just very difficult to deal with the whole corporate life and the work hours and not enough money, never enough money. And so when I quit, we decided, okay, I have the corporate experience now from Emirates and how to deal with difficult clients, which we will have a lot working in Pakistan, especially weddings. I had an idea, okay. And I can organize teams to work with us. I can make a contract because I've made a lot of contracts during my Emirates days. So, or pretend to be making legal contracts that kind of work, jitne bhi fetchy ho, or uh, kind of take care of the business part of it all. And Palvasha is the photographer, she's the artist, and we'll start our own thing because she was working with other photographers in Karachi at that time. Uh, Second shooting with them, learning on the way, and interning with ad agencies, with birthday planners, with anything related to photography and media. Uh, so when we started, we didn't know anyone. कि लाहौर से मुझे दूर हुए हुए 4-5 साल हो गए थे और Palvasha is from Karachi, so we were in a new city now. So that's how our photography journey started actually, where I was jobless and I had no career plans and my wife was a photographer and I was like, okay, let's do it. Let's make our own thing now. And here we are 6 years later. So
So,
yeah.
so like just doing it from like this initial plan, just you shared, was you will be taking care of the corporate side. She is the one who's an artist. But
Yeah.
now I see that you have gotten into the art side of it as well, and you
Yeah.
and before we obviously we'll talk about how the entire this uh, wedding photography, even professional photography
Yeah.
scene is both creative wise, because yeah, for somebody it's like कि हाँ जाके आप किसी event की तस्वीरें खींच लो, but obviously there's a storytelling aspect to it as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
कुछ I think कुछ भी see on Instagram, कुछ कुछ बहुत बहुत ही एक एक्सट्रीम हो जाती है और स्टोरी टेलिंग को ज्यादा ही वो स्टोरी फेक लगनी शुरू हो जाती है. So we will dig into that as well. But before that, I
Yeah.
would like to tap in one of the series basically which I started following, and then I realized that oh, you have gotten really into this photography side of things. Was a portrait series that you did. So just उस पे बताओ, how
Yeah.
did you ended up doing that? And उसके साथ जो captions थे, I know you asked me to be part of it,
Yeah.
but I was like going through a lot of shit in my life at that point, so नहीं time
Yeah.
निकल सका. But
Like all of us. Yeah.
like all of us, so उसपे like you were writing captions as well, and they were really interesting, and
Yeah.
they were not like a portrait तस्वीरें जैसे somebody, somebody hasn't
Yeah.
seen your work. तो just कि जी आप pose आके करते हो, they were very natural and they actually told
Yeah.
a story in itself. So how did that idea came about, and just share थोड़ा सा उसके बारे में.
Yeah. So a backstory of the backstory here is even during Emirates, where I had many different jobs with Emirates, but I hated all of them, but I was making money, so like to survive. So, but because I had the job, I was trying to learn everything about it and give like everything and be very good at it, if not the best, because matlab, just be so good at it that nobody can complain. And if I'm having a conversation about aviation with like the CEO of Fly Dubai Betke, he wouldn't know that I'm just like a counter staff selling tickets over the counter. I would know everything about the airline, and I'll be that guy. So the same happened with photography. When we started this, I had never even owned a camera in my life before that. So I decided कि अब इसमें पढ़ जाना है, I want to learn everything about it. Of course, Palvasha was teaching me everything, साथ साथ, even how to stand while taking a photo to look like a professional. आप झुक के तस्वीरें नहीं लो, अजीब लगता है, आप टांगे टेढ़ी नहीं करो, like all those tiny things. When I was at the first wedding we ever covered together, I couldn't breathe. My legs were shaking and I was so scared. But then I decided, ye khatam karna hai. I have a lot of friends who are photographers, uh, who talk ek dusre ke saath bhi about photography, and now they want to talk to me about it too, because I'm in the business, so I want to learn everything. I want a favorite photographer. Log पूछते हैं, who's your favorite photographer? I want a couple of people that I like. I want to see their work. Uh, I'll watch YouTube tutorials. I'll learn how cameras की history क्या है, Nikon की ने क्या क्या lenses बनाए, वो अभी तक क्यों चल रहे हैं, like all of that, everything that comes with photography, which I still do and which Palvasha still does. We still watch tutorials and videos just to learn everything that you can. And during that process, I guess somewhere I did have a creative side where that side decided, oh, okay, weddings to chal raha hai, commercial vagera, but maybe you should do something that brings me out. And that's where the portraits thing started, where मेरे घर पे एक स्पेयर रूम था, और उसमें मेरे दादा की एक कुर्सी और एक खिड़की जिससे रोशनी हल्की सी आती है, और मुझे वो आधी नींद में जो आर्टसी ख्याल आ रहे होते हैं, वो आया कि ओके, I'm gonna have my friends over and they'll sit in the chair, एक one-on-one therapeutic psychology related session, because I was a psychology student. So I was like, oh, this will be fun. Given the lighting and the setting, when they're sitting in the chair, it'll have them unload their deepest thoughts and desires or secrets or whatever. And I'll take photos while they talk. So it won't be posed. It'll be in a very casual, natural setting. And I'll keep them black and white, because I don't want distractions of color from clothes and the background and everything. It's the people, their faces in the photos that I want my photos to show. And so that's how it started. I started having friends over initially, and I made an Instagram. Or when I posted their photos, a lot of people that I didn't know, they started messaging me, oh, we love your work, we want to come over. उसमें इत्तेफाक से कभी कभी कुछ well known लोग भी आ गए, like fashion designers and stuff. It was just I didn't know them. They just messaged me. They're like, we're coming over. We want to have a portrait session. It sounds very different. It sounds therapeutic. So that was the thing. Yeah. And I did that for a few years until I realized कि अब लोग इसको seriously नहीं ले रहे, and people are ditching me and they're making appointments and not showing up. So I just won't do it anymore.
You didn't
But yeah.
do it like it wasn't a commercial project. It was just doing it for fun, or was it a commercial project?
Oh yes, no, it was not a commercial project
Yeah.
at all.
Uh,
It was for free. A lot of people used to ask me during in the messages, how much do you charge? I was
hmm,
like, Nate, this is nothing. It's the whole purpose of this is so
hmm,
there's no money involved. There's no commercial aspect to this. Because then even you will have expectations कि
yeah,
ये ऐसी photos ले हमारी
yeah.
या फिर so it's just who you are showing in the photos and my camera is the medium and that's it. Yeah.
So while you were taking those pictures, and obviously, if we'll plug in that Instagram, you still have that Instagram account up. You're still
Yeah.
doing it,
Yeah.
but the account is up. So we'll plug it in, and
Yeah.
people can go and have a look at those photos. But talk about the captions that you wrote, because captions वो लोग तो आपको लिख के दे नहीं रहे थे, they were just having conversation. So
Yeah.
how were you obviously, and it was not just that they were saying that specific caption only. It was, as you
Yeah.
said, Kate, it was sort of a casual conversation. Then you picked कि क्या उठाना है. So what was that process of picking a set specific caption that you have for pictures and matching it with maybe with the expressions or with the story, or what was it that you what was the thought process on that?
Yeah. In the initial like months of doing this, most of these sessions were one-on-one. So it would be just one person coming over to my place on that given day. And they would generally sit for like 30 minutes, 20 minutes and talk about stuff. And I would not be taking notes because that's distracting.
Yeah.
So it was just the camera. And when they would leave, I would quickly just browse my brain and try to write down a few notes about what they talked about. And because it was one-on-one, it was easier to remember. So, and then I would kind of write a summary of what they said, or one line that I liked in what they talked about, something that is quotable, and then I would send it to them. Okay, this is what I'm going to post, and if you're okay with that, or if they were not okay, they would say, "Oh, we want to have some other quote written under our photo," and they would write it and send it in, and I would post that. So it was pretty straightforward, actually, huh? And but then later, these started turning into group sessions where I was not doing these at my place anymore.
Okay.
So they would be happening at coffee shops all around Pakistan, जहाँ भी मैं travel करता था, yeah, sometimes in other countries. So then it's like 5 or 6 people, and they're all also socializing with each other and me, and they're all asking each other questions, and it's a group therapy session. And in that, I would even forget names if I didn't write them down. So it was tough to pick out a quote myself from what they talked about, but I would still remember the gist of what they talked about. Like one person is talking about the time he had a part-time job in an American prison. So then that's something that you do remember, even
Yeah.
if there are 10 people in that session. So I would remember that conversation. Okay, this is what he talked about. Another person talked about how he hasn't spoken to his family in Kashmir in the last 12 months because there's been a cutoff in the Indian side. So that's what you remember. Somebody talks about their divorce. Someone talks about dropping out of school or anything like that. So I would remember those main points from their conversation and then maybe ask them to send me a quote related to all of that. And sometimes the quotes would be just not related to anything we talked about. Even that happened. Like people would just send like हमें इस actor का ये एक line पसंद है और वो डाल दो नीचे. And that's okay because it's up to them. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a free project for sure.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's sort of revert back to your sort of business and what you do
Yeah.
and the mainstream. उसमें there are obviously very as like in a lot of other aspects of our daily life, very stereotypical notions associated with wedding photographers. मतलब आई थिंक हमारी कुछ जो हमसे सीनियर जनरेशन है उनके दिमाग में तो वो ये वो जो बनती थी इवेंट्स पे. इफ यू लुक एट योर पुरानी VHS जिस पे
Yeah,
जो है वो
yeah, yeah.
खाने के टाइम पे हर प्लेट के ऊपर जो है वो कैमरे वाले ने कैमरा जो है वो रखा हुआ
And you
होता.
have a light wala
Yeah,
holding your
exactly.
cables around his arm
Yeah,
and walking
yeah,
behind
yeah,
you.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So anybody,
Which actually still happens too. वैसे.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
obviously, हर जैसे हर प्रोफेशन में A, B and C
Yeah.
categories होती हैं, they still
हाँ हाँ.
exist. But we as we were like discussing before, like off camera, कह लो,
Yeah.
that there are only select professions that are considered good educated professions that
Yeah.
can
Yeah.
work. If you're in them, that means you have worked hard, you have done XYZ,
Yeah.
you meet all the criteria. If you have deviated from that, और खुदा न खास्ता कॉलेज पहुंच के आपने नहीं वो आगे के marks के, you got there but you said कि नहीं भाई, this is not the path I want to take.
Yeah.
So there are a lot of उनके साथ चीजें associate हो जाती हैं, things कि भाई successful नहीं है, होगा आगे होगा, it's a stupid idea XYZ. So just talk about it when you decided this, and you obviously initially mentioned that when you quit your job, obviously family
Yeah.
reacted in a specific way, but just get somebody, matlab, yes, your wife knew was sound on the technical side of it, but she didn't know the city, and you
Yeah.
were coming back to the city disconnected with the progress that it had made in the 4 or 5 years business ne kya kiya. So when you jumped in, what was the initial sort of response? How did you sort of pave the way? Specifically, I want to ask from this perspective, we know we are not going to take names, but ek do businesses या names कह लो जो
Mhm.
कि मतलब you would see them everywhere because everybody was like कि अगर ये काम करना है तो इन्हीं से करवाना है because otherwise there's nobody else. So how did you made your way
Yeah.
into this environment?
Yeah. एक तो अच्छा. So the first challenge that we were talking about is wedding photography is not probably a profession that a lot of people dream about while growing up.
Yeah.
At least in Pakistan.
Yeah.
Unless you are a second or third generation wedding photographer, coming from a studio family background, which does exist a lot around Lahore and Karachi. So there are like third generation wedding photographers whose dadas opened a business and, they're still doing it. So that's what they grew up around. Generally, what we have all observed is you have like a specific type of profession generally in Pakistan. आपको वही doctor, engineer, business, government official, army, dentist, and I don't know. You could be a pharmacist. You could do a few 8 or 10 things in Pakistan that our parents also feed us into while growing up, that this is what you're going to do. Or IT, of course, computer sciences and IT, which has been huge over the last few decades in Pakistan also. So wedding photography is not something that I ever had in mind. Palvasha also happened upon it like by chance. She loved photography. She saved up her allowance and she bought her first camera, and then she just started doing events. And she had a very specific interest towards how brides look in photos. So she wanted brides to look a specific way in photos. Even when she started, when she was very new, and she's still very passionate about the whole wedding thing because of how she wants the whole bridal thing to look like happy and natural and cheerful and all of that. So she was already doing it. I started uh, gaining some interest in it, that okay, I don't have an interest in landscape photography, which I still don't. People do interest me in photos, and in music, in videos, and all of that. So maybe I can also learn this because we're photographing people. So family challenges, Palvasha ko aur bhi zyada hue hain hamesha se because of being a woman in Pakistan. which is a whole different
Yeah.
podcast altogether.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or,
Next
uh,
episode, I'll have her on. Both.
next episode. So it's not easy being a woman in Pakistan, despite what other people tell you.
Yeah.
Or, so the challenges are pretty simple. Like, वही है, it's very petty and it's very natural and animalistic. आपके challenges जहां आपको बस इज्जत नहीं मिलती.
Yeah.
It's that kind of a thing. It's blatant. It's in your face. It's not like, oh, आप डॉक्टर हो या डेंटिस्ट हो. That's like a subtle इज्जत वाला सीन
Yeah.
जो लोग क्रिएट
Yeah.
करते हैं.
Yeah.
You know, the dentists are not doctors and that kind of a
Yeah.
thing. For photographers, you're a nobody.
Yeah.
You know, even now, after 6 years, I still have trouble working events. I still have anxiety and I'm still nervous at all events because you know that some person out of the 500 people wedding party will be rude to you just because you're a photographer.
Yeah.
And that still happens. It's in your clients, it's built into your families, it's built into your friends. Your friends don't understand it. My friends didn't. They were like, ये क्या कैमरा उठा के शादियों में भाग रहा है, you know, कोई और काम सोचो.
Yeah.
I just met a cousin of mine yesterday after like 2 years, and he asks me, oh, how's the wedding business? I'm like, हाँ सही है, चल रहा है यार, real estate में आ जाओ. Like, so because people don't understand that it's a proper business.
Yeah.
A lot of people do understand this, of course, but it's a proper serious business where there's an insane amount of customer service involved, and it takes real skill, and it's a very physical business where we have to be on our feet for 10 to 12 hours when we are working in the field. It takes hours of editing at home. It's a constant work business. But of course, again, people will only start taking you seriously once you start making money.
Yeah.
क्योंकि अगर आप पैसे ही नहीं बना रहे तो ना आपकी फैमिली आपको seriously ले. But how we were able to even start running this in an already saturated market is that wedding photography, there's a photographer for everyone. People have so many different tastes that you could have an already super established photographer doing all major weddings in Pakistan, and that's still okay because your work can be slightly different.
Mm-hmm.
And you will still find people who like your work and will hire you. So how Palvasha was doing weddings shuru se, and how we still do them now, is that they were going to be very natural photos even at weddings. So we won't be very intrusive. We don't use flashes or external lights around the event, so it's going to be ambient lighting, whatever is available. And the cameras are low light equipped with, and we're using prime lenses, so you get that artsy bokeh in the background. So all of that contributed to pictures that looked slightly, or probably a lot, different from your run-of-the-mill photography, at least back in 2015. So we were also lucky. Yeah,
I've seen the work and I agree. Oh, because again, as you said, you know, हर एक की taste different होती है. For specifically, if you're talking about wedding photos, this is something that's gonna stay in your family. मतलब I think 2 दिन बाद शायद आपको तस्वीरों में इतना इंटरेस्ट नहीं है जितना कोई 5, 6, 7 सालों बाद जो है आपको तस्वीरें ज़्यादा जो है ना वो you feel more close to them. And yeah, वही वाली चीज़ है कि
yeah,
brand names, but एक वो आपको सेट उनका पैटर्न नजर आता जा रहा है, that you know they are touched up and they're touched up a lot. So वही वाली चीज कि in that market, creating something that's more, you know, authentic and organic, that's a very interesting approach.
Yeah, because we just realized that there are just so many weddings every year in Pakistan that it can't be just 5 photographers covering everything.
Yeah.
You have your neighborhood plaza wale studios doing weddings. You have your international business class flying photographers
Yeah.
traveling to different countries and doing weddings. There's all kinds of weddings, all kinds of budgets to deal with,
Yeah.
where people are paying 10,000 for wedding photography, people are paying 1 million for wedding photography.
Yeah.
And so you find your niche where you want to fit in. But we also did have in mind that this is not a hobby that we're doing. So there has to be a balance. We can't be just fully artsy and start doing, just say, mere portraits and like black and white or natural. So it has to be a mix of it. Where, for example, if we do a bridal shoot, so we'll make sure there are also a few formal poses that you can print and frame, and your dada dadi can see without uh, issuing a fatwa on you. Okay, bahut kareeb. Also lucky that back in 2015 we did not have a lot of photographers
Mm.
doing work that we were trying to do. And now you have a lot of photographers doing amazing artsy work. A lot of young people, like 20, 21-year-olds, doing crazy wedding work where they're scouting for locations and they're finding unique locations and poses, and they have lovely branding. They're making a proper brand and selling them.
So,
Yeah.
we know that again, we will, as you said, it's a business and niche, and you obviously have to balance it. Not everybody is going to pay you the same amount. So it's something where one on one up you're negotiating. It's not you are selling a product, let's say कुछ mainstream अगर किसी और industry को देख लो, that a
Yeah.
product or service has a fixed price, the customer लेना है तो ले, otherwise they'll have to like look for somebody
Yeah.
else. But here, even
Yeah.
every brand and every उस पे you can go and negotiate, and
Yeah.
अगर आपको personalize उसको करना पड़ता है. So have you ever like thought of sort of maybe again for only commercial and financial purposes, maybe also
Yeah.
diverse into some commercial work like proper advertising work, because you said कि Palvisha has some experience on that. For
Yeah.
being that your sort of backup financial stream, and because ये wedding वाला तो as you said ऊपर नीचे होता रहता है.
Yeah, honestly, so the wedding business has always been the top seller in Pakistan until the pandemic happened. And uske ilawa bhi, we had always thought that we will branch out a bit. Again, me being a bit more corporate. So we did make a couple of corporate connections, and we used to do corporate work at least around 2018, 2019, where, and that's stuff that we don't post on our Instagram. That's just boring corporate stuff, like factories ke processes ki tasveerein, like mango farms and factory ka architecture and all of that. So that has been an aspect of the business strictly for making money, if I'm being candid here. Like it has nothing that attracts me. It was good money. We decided, okay, we have the cameras, we have the skill, we'll do it. And we did do a bit of fashion, which we still do now. But again, that has been very limited. Also, because we didn't want to make cold calls and throw ourselves out in the market and start working कि आप पहले collaboration कर लो हमारे साथ. I hate that word. Or let's do a shoot together for free, and then people start knowing us and all of that. So coincidentally, the only fashion we've ever done with mainly two designers over years, over the last 2-3 years, has been with designers who got in touch with us, who called us, who messaged us that we love your wedding work. Let's see how let's try doing fashion together. Let's do a few fashion shoots. So those have been like regular fashion shoots designers that we work with only, and it's mainly two of them. And we could do more, but इसकी तीसरी बात ये है कि honestly time नहीं मिलता, because we in 6 years we've done around 550 wedding events. It's insane. There's a lot of work. There's a lot of work for everyone, just because there's so many weddings. So I was just talking to this person a couple of days ago on Twitter, and we discussed that there are estimated 650,000 weddings in Pakistan every year, which is insane. And
Other
yeah.
COVID में in Pakistan, a small gathering जो वो, and like this is like
Oh, haha.
official documented
Yeah.
allowing people was 200 कि जी आप
Yeah.
ज़्यादा
Yeah.
बड़ी
Yeah.
wedding ना
Yeah.
करें, आप बहुत थोड़ी थोड़े लोग बनाएं, कितने लोग, 200 लोग. I was like,
Oh, at one time last year in October, they had a outdoor wedding clause for 1,000 people,
yeah,
maximum
exactly.
1,000.
Na?
It's like,
And this is in everybody's
yeah,
sort of calculation की reduced amount of people and that come
yeah,
to a
yeah,
wedding. So yeah, वो वही वाली बात है कि I think this is an industry that इतने जितना मर्जी आप कह लो कि लोग हैं कर रहे हैं सैचुरेट हैं, बट बिकॉज कि शादियां इतनी होती हैं and that is sort of
यार शादी है, शादी के अलावा हमारी जिंदगी में है क्या? That's what we grow
exactly
up with. Like
exactly
those plans are made when a daughter and a son is born. इसकी
yeah
शादी हम उससे करेंगे, उससे करेंगे.
yeah
जहेज का स्टीमर घर में पड़ा होता है देसी फैमिलीज के, जिसमें are collecting jahez for daughters for like 20, 25 years.
yeah
Wedding plans are, people sell their houses for weddings. People
yeah
take loans, credit cards for weddings.
yeah
Uh, yeah,
yeah
weddings are like, I don't know, weapon industry and wedding industry.
हाँ
बहुत ज्यादा.
ये बराबर है. आई थिंक एक ही लेवल पे चल रहे हैं यहाँ पर. So just let's, obviously it's you run it as a business, and you obviously there's an artistic side to it, and you guys found your niche.
Yeah,
In your opinion, because for somebody who wasn't really into photography, for example, beach mein you mentioned na,
yeah,
you don't like landscape photography. That's the only thing I like. And I remember my
yeah,
mother, my one of the, I
yeah.
think I took it from my sort of a hobby that sort of I picked it up from my mother. And but unka, when she used to like
Wow.
sort of give
Yeah.
feedback to my pictures, was like, isme human element nahi hai. And I was like, yeah, I don't like interference. But usme, so just say कि from somebody who's developed a skill, just bhi tarah you
Yeah.
came around to it. How do you see the storytelling aspect of it? Even in wedding photographies, it's not कि आपने सिर्फ एक caked up person की you're taking pictures. There's a story behind it. So how
Yeah.
do you find it? Is it something that you guys consider when you're making the final product? What's your take on it?
Yeah, firstly, again about landscape thing, why I have been unable to understand landscape photography better for my own skill is because see, I live in Lahore, so that's where mostly I am. And if somebody asks me to take photos of Lahore, koi landscape photography karo, the problem I have had, which I discussed with my friend Ali Abbasi, shout out, he will probably listen to this. So we discussed this once के अच्छा बादशाही की तस्वीर लेनी है. How many people have taken photos of Badshahi Mosque? It's countless. And then why do you want to take a photo of Badshahi? What's the story? What does your photo say about Badshahi Masjid? If you can't tell a story from that photo, just skip Badshahi, bro. किसी और चीज की photo ले लो.
Yeah.
So I think that's one story thing that I had related to landscape, why I just never understood it a lot. And in weddings, that's that has it's been a selling point for us, the storytelling aspect of it all. It comes through the photos and the videos. So when we deliver photos of a wedding, they are a mix of photos of the moments that happened at the wedding. So generally, you could say all Pakistani weddings are the same. You will find cultural differences in different regions you go in Pakistan. Different religion ki weddings, different ethnicities ki weddings. You will find differences, but generally they're the same. People come, they hug, they cry, they laugh, they eat, they have a nikah, they have a church ceremony, or they have pere, and that's about it. People eat again, and then they leave. They give salami and that's it.
They
But
eat
then
and they dance it
what's
out.
the
So
story then?
yeah.
And they dance it out, of course. And so the story part of it comes strictly from the photographers of depending on what moments they capture at the wedding. That has been a learning curve for me, for Palvasha, of course, over years, for our team members that we hired in the last few years who had been working with other photographers, and they were used to taking a lot of directed photos where it was like family को अभी एक साथ खड़ा करो, अभी आप रुक जाएं, अभी आप चल के आएं, अभी आप मुस्कुराइए, अभी आप and अभी आप एक दूसरे से बात करें, कैंडिड फोटो लेनी है, that's not a candid. तो अभी आप अंगूठी दोबारा पहनाएं, अब तीसरी दफा पहनाएं, हमसे मिस हो गया है. So
I have actually recently
so all those things.
Before lockdown there was a family friend की engagement and वहाँ पे हो गई ceremony, सबने तालियां बजा ली and वो सारे ना फिर एक सिर्फ एक the family and the elders sort of stepped down from the stage और फिर एक separate engagement ceremony हो रही थी वहाँ पे just for the pictures. And I was like,
oh my God, yeah.
This is weird.
And it never looks the same like it was
it
the first time.
Yeah.
People come, they hug, they cry, they laugh, they eat, they have a nikah, they have a church ceremony, or they have pere, and that's about it. People eat again, and then they leave. They give salami, and that's it. But then what's the story then?
Yeah.
And they dance it out, of course. And so the story part of it comes strictly from the photographers of depending on what moments they capture at the wedding. That has been a learning curve for me, for Palvasha, of course, over years, for our team members that we hired in the last few years who had been working with other photographers, and they were used to taking a lot of directed photos where it was like family को अभी एक साथ खड़ा करो, अभी आप रुक जाएं, अभी आप चल के आएं, अभी आप मुस्कुराइए, अभी आप and अभी आप एक दूसरे से बात करें, कैंडिड फोटो लेनी है, that's not a candid. तो अभी आप अंगूठी दोबारा पहनाएं, अब तीसरी दफा पहनाएं, हमसे मिस हो गया है. So
I have actually recently
so all those things.
Before lockdown there was a family friend की engagement and वहाँ पे हो गई ceremony, सबने तालियां बजा ली and वो सारे ना फिर एक सिर्फ एक the family and the elders sort of stepped down from the stage और फिर एक separate engagement ceremony हो रही थी वहाँ पे just for the pictures. And I was like,
oh my God, yeah.
This is weird.
And it never looks the same like it was the first time.
Yeah.
क्योंकि so I think in
you hung up.
As I would try to make it sound, a very critical part of photography. Where do is we take so many photos that you just don't miss anything at the wedding. So it's, दूध पिलाई हो रही है, दुल्हन की बहन दूध का ग्लास ला रही है. अच्छा, आपने ग्लास फोटो ले ली, उसकी बहन फोटो ले ली और फिर आप चले गए. But then उस दौरान she looks at her sister again and she starts crying हल्का सा while तो ले चुका हूं इन दोनों की, मैं वहां चला गया. So you've missed that moment. Strictly for weddings that just don't miss anything. And then after doing this so many times over and over, it's become like a motor memory thing where we know what's about to happen at this wedding at this point, where अच्छा अम्मा रुखसती हो रही है, कोई रो नहीं रहा but रोएगा, so do not pack your cameras. You will sneak in a shot चुपके से कहीं से, not in your face. So that is the storytelling bit of it. You shoot so much that you get so much material. Then you can pick out the memories from it. Then you can make a whole story when delivering the photos. If your goal is कि मेरे कैमरा का shutter count बढ़ जाएगा तो वो बिकेगा नहीं, so then you won't be able to capture memories at a wedding.
I think then you're in the wrong business.
So that's about it actually. That's how you make a good story from even a boring wedding.
So,
So
because हम तो from like maybe from a photographer's point of view, from a business point of view, कि जी, storytelling is something, an element that I want to add to my business selling point. But
yeah,
what are the generic? I just because this is a new territory for me as well. What when
yeah,
a client comes to you, what's their ask? Because from the looks of it or from the looks of Instagram, it's just like it's all caked up, it's all overly decorated,
yeah,
and it needs to be it ऐसा नजर आना चाहिए कि it's so amazing, it's so high class. So has anyone ever
yeah,
come up and said, because obviously you have clients, they've seen your work that which is
yeah.
more on the organic side and not on the sort of artificially side वाला नहीं है, pictures नहीं है. So when they come, are there any interesting experiences that you want to share? And also, has ever anybody said कि हमें memories we want? This is the goal is to capture memories of the event and not just the देख हमने कितना पैसा लगाया इस पे.
Yeah, actually, the memories part has been most of our clients, which is we're lucky in that aspect, where people have, because we have, at least pre-COVID, we used to have meetings with everyone in person. So that has been a major ask mostly when we discuss what you want from your wedding photography and why are you hiring us. So that has been a thing. A lot of clients have pointed out that we don't like how intrusive other photographers are. वो आपके मुंह में घुसते हैं, वो आपको अपनी शादी पे अपना टाइम नहीं गुजारने देते. So that's one thing that we have never done. We're like, okay, we'll be at your wedding, you won't even see us uh, most of the time. You'll see one of us at your stage. वो shots होती हैं, directed होती हैं. उसके अलावा we won't bother you during your entrances, during your नाच गाना, your खाना पीना, your मिलना, your rukhsati, any of that. Just have a time and we'll make sure we capture all of that. And that's of ours have asked for, that we just don't want to be bugged wedding. You want good photos, and please take photos of the grand decor that we're doing also. But that's all part of the job. In Lahore specifically, you used to have just 3 hour weddings. आजकल तो weddings on and off है, तो लोग ज्यादा laws नहीं follow कर रहे. But 3 hour wedding में 7 से 10 बजे mostly शाम को we would make it a point to go up 6:15, 6:30 chale ja, and pehle get all the grand stuff out of the way. So you get the decor and all of that, because again, people are paying us, and that's very important for the elders in the family, for everyone else in the family. Get all of that out of the way. Then the whole family arrives. You get their directed portraits out of the way, that they look nice and grand in their full dresses and suits and all of that. But then now when the wedding starts, that's it. We vanish, we're running around, we're getting moments. And that has been what most people have asked us for. If there are people who ask us कि हमें उस photographer जैसी तस्वीरें चाहिए, because but वो available नहीं है, या वो महंगे ज्यादा हैं. So we have sometimes declined weddings politely, where we're like, okay, it is what it is. This is our work. You can see more of our work on our laptop, but we won't be selling out like शादी के लिए. That has happened a few times, but we've interesting experience तुमने पूछा, which was, we had a couple of people who disrespected their to-be wives in front of us in weddings, in meetings.
Mhm.
And like, किसी को शौक है फोटोग्राफी का, यही पागल है, और मुझे तो कुछ नहीं चाहिए, and all of that, and we declined those.
Yeah, they were like, we can see the future story.
Yeah, but then imagine how you'll be treating us at the
Yeah, yeah, true.
You're cameraman, the word which I hate. So हमारी तो वैसे ही कोई इज्जत मुश्किल से मिलती है, तो आपसे तो बिल्कुल ही नहीं
बिल्कुल
मिलेगी.
नहीं मिलेगी. Yeah.
So yeah,
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 so
yeah, yeah.
hopefully, obviously, I think anybody who's listening who wants to like pursue this, I think वो very may, I think I've repeated this thing in a couple of other podcast episodes as well. ये हमारी
Yeah,
डिग्रीज कुछ और होती हैं, हमारे पैशंस कुछ और होते हैं, मेजोरिटी इन दिस कंट्री अभी तक
yeah.
हमारी जनरेशन तक फॉर मेजोरिटी यही आ रहा है. आगे जाके होपफुली कुछ बेहतर हो जाए हालात. But because you also mentioned that obviously pursuing passion projects, you have to obviously keep in mind the
Yeah,
practical side of the things. So we have what I like. I think आजकल के ज़माने में, and I think the coming generation में ज़्यादा है with the startup ecosystem that's building up.
yeah.
Even if
Hmm.
because of घर का pressure है or whatever, if people are not doing what they really want to do full time, they are finding a way to do it on the side. So it's a like
Yeah,
अगर independence मिल जाए, financially stable हो जाए, they can pursue it as a full time. So that's interesting. So yeah, I would
yeah.
also recommend those who are interested in photography or any other art form, don't like give up on it because
Yeah.
कोई इसको appreciate नहीं कर रहा है या इज्जत नहीं दे रहा. But yeah, find multiple streams where find time for it on the side and pursue something that's also more financially stable ताकि
Yeah, 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 for
घर
sure.
वाले भी
That
खर्चा निकाल दें.
if I can add something here for our listeners who want to become wedding photographers specifically. So there are two ways you run this business, which I over the years. Um, One way is that it's strictly as a business, and regardless of whether you yourself are a good photographer or not, you hire great photographers and you do good branding. You have probably a nice office and a studio or something. You have a lovely Instagram page. You do 5 or 10 events. You have a lot of material to post. शुरू में आप फ्री में भी चलो सस्ते में कर लो फ्री में नहीं करो प्लीज but that's one way of running a photography business where you have a good team working with you and then the art is out of the door because then it's just money and you will still make money because there are just so many weddings in Pakistan. You will find a wedding if your work is decent enough and people can find you on Instagram and you play a few ads here and there, you promote your page a bit, and people will find you. And the other way is that you still try to make money, which we are doing, but you don't expand into a big team, which we never did. It's still mainly the two of us. We at every event that we cover, so we don't have uh, the chote going to the events like a team that send. It's either me or Palwa at every event that we do. That of course limits the amount of work that you can do also क्योंकि आप बिजी सीजन है दिसंबर है अगर आप रोज भी बुक्ड हो आप दिन में 2 इवेंट्स कर लोगे उसके ज्यादा नहीं कर सकते अगर आप खुद जा रहे हो उन इवेंट्स पे इफ यू हैव लाइक अ बिग टीम एंड योर गोल इज टू मेक मनी you can have 10 events in a day and you can send your team members. So I guess the bottom line is ask yourself what you want from the profession. I wanted enough money to be able to pay our bills and still keep the artsy part alive in our hearts, something that we do ourselves and we keep learning and applying it to our trade. But there are people who are super successful because that's what they wanted from the business. Just money and a fair bit of fame, a fair bit of skill learning, and then that's about it. Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't think you have, I don't think if you have this experience, but just asking, have you ever like considered, because you Dubai tech, so you have like I know you, I think you're some of a section of your family is established there as well. So have you ever thought of maybe uh,
Yeah.
experimenting with this over there, and maybe because maybe financially or field wise it's more opportunities.
Yeah, abhi tak to we have traveled to a couple of countries to do weddings, like mainly the UAE and Sri Lanka. But again, that has also been combined with a vacation. Okay, we've got two weddings there. We'll extend it into a long trip and vacation bhi ho jayega, and we'll cover weddings and come back. But then last year we started getting a lot of bookings from the UAE and Malaysia, for example, and we did plan on setting up in the UAE officially. So we could have a running bank account, we could have proper work permits for locations, photography permits, and all of that. And our team is like a loyal team जो 5 साल से हमारे साथ है. We were all planning, we'll all move, like आते जाते रहेंगे. December में पाकिस्तान आ जाओ main wedding season के लिए, and rest of the time you can do January weddings in Dubai. But again, COVID happened and all those plans are destroyed as of now. But so I have like 8 airline tickets lying with me right now because of flights cancellations since last year. We had Malaysian weddings to cover throughout November. That never happened. We had a lot of Dubai weddings in this July, and the flights are still closed as we're doing this. So it's not an easy time to plan international business because of the country that we're placed in. Yeah.
So obviously,
but I would love to, because we have,
so obviously we discussed this a bit earlier as well. Like with COVID, everything sort of, and not just this business, everything sort of is sort of in a disarray around the world. But जिस तरह हमने वो भी बात करी थी कि while बाकी यहाँ भी events बंद हुए तो लोगों ने virtual शादियां करनी शुरू कर दी, या मतलब their idea of a small wedding was like most probably the 2 key important people that were needed for the wedding and maybe the parents or the sibling. यहाँ पे officially small wedding number was 200. So how obviously schedules आगे पीछे हुए होंगे जब complete lockdown था, but how, if you compare, if you talk to your any counterparts किसी और जगह पे, did this business actually take a lot of hit? Because शशके तो हमने पूरे करने हैं, छोटी wedding भी है.
Yeah, honestly, at this point, we are probably functioning at like 20% of the business that we had seen pre-COVID, despite people being gutsy enough to do weddings, ignoring laws and all of that. But because for us specifically, most of our clients have connections abroad, or they either live outside Pakistan. It has been difficult for them to even fly in for a wedding. So last year we were out of work virtually for 5 months, from 15 March to 15 September. During that, जो reschedule हो रही थी चीजें, उसमें यही हो रहा था कि if somebody had planned a 3-day grand wedding and they had to pay us the remaining amounts for all of that, they were not, because now they were doing a 20 people wedding one day at home. So that's how we were rescheduling with our March and April clients last year. They started doing small events at home कि किसी तरह दूल्हा दुल्हन पहुंच गए हैं और बाकी कोई नहीं भी आ सक रहा, so it's okay. But the money aspect of that is horrible, because then you're not getting balanced payments. And you can't make new bookings also, because you have all those clients who will at some point reschedule. And that could be in November, in December. So you have to keep like a slot open. Are you rescheduling? Are you flying in again? Going on? We're not taking any new. So specific to us, we lost around 30 bookings in March and April. So that to reschedule that was impossible. That's just lost. It's gone business. So you fit those people whenever. You can't take any new dates that they reschedule. So that's like your full wedding season gone from December, November, whatever. And then hardly getting कुछ ने 3 के बजाय 2 दिन कर लिया तो चलो तुम्हें कुछ पैसे मिल गए. So it has been a struggle, but then smaller events and everything people started doing. We brought our prices down. We tried to improvise for smaller events at home. We came down to probably like 20% of what we were charging. Okay, we have to survive. It's a serious business.
Yeah.
There's serious risks in this. Uh, uh, because plus you the amount of work we do on our gear, that's the technical part of this. We use our cameras so much that you have to change your gear every year at least, which we for the last 3 years we've upgraded our gear every 8 months because we use the camera so much it's worn out. So फिर डॉलर बढ़ गया, फिर आपको पैसे नहीं आ रहे, फिर आपको गियर की अवेलेबिलिटी नहीं क्योंकि
imports नहीं हो रही. Yeah, that's
imports नहीं. So all those things combined, it has been a horrible year. But then weddings did happen full on in December and January. And we were in Dubai during January. So we had weddings lined up in Dubai. So that saved us also because currency. or so then we survived and we're like, okay, we're still a running business and we can do weddings now. So it's not easy. It has been tough for generally all photographers that I talk to in the fraternity. It has been lovely for some photographers. It has been horrible. I've seen a few studios, like old studios, closed down in Lahore, which was horrible to see, like big studios जो 30 साल से गुलबर्ग में इधर उधर थे, they shut down. So we're lucky. We're trying to survive, but yeah, it's not been easy.
Yeah, I think I think this applies for any industry. Everybody needs to like improvise, and I think
Yeah.
usually our experiences के Pakistanis are at times a bit slow in improvising. Yeah, adaptation जो है ना हमारी अभी जरा slow ही होती है. Work from home was like उसको समझना कि people were actually working and not just sort of slacking out was also
Yeah.
So yeah, this was an interesting conversation, and we
Yep.
will have you back. And I would like to have Alvisha at some point on Mixtape as well.
Yeah.
But before we wrap up, I would like you to plug in because this is not obviously this is the first time you are here as a guest on my
Yeah.
podcast, but you're part of a very interesting podcast that I've been following in with all वही वाली चीज़ है ना कि specifically when it comes to digital content, there's a lot, but then quality का एक issue होता है, and yours,
Yeah.
the one that you are involved with, it's something that's not just, I'm not just saying because like you are here and you're a friend, but I've heard a couple of other people say, ये लोग अच्छा काम कर रहे हैं. So आज
Wow, I'm surprised.
I when you plugged in and you said, I'm part of this, so जिन्होंने मुझे कहा हुआ था message, and I was like, I'm having Rizwan over on my podcast. They were like, how do you know him? I was like, yeah,
Oh my God.
yeah. I was like, yeah, acha, okay. So you're like, there is a fan base. So just share how you became a part of the podcast, and because the subjects you guys cover are pretty interesting.
Yeah, well, I hope they're interesting. Yeah, so our podcast is called TPR Pod, and TPR means the padded room, which was the initial name for this. And it's three of us. It's the three of us mainly, and we used to work / live / hang out with each other in the UAE while I was working there during my Emirates days. So the main guy and Sarkhail is the third guy. I'm one of the three. When he left the UAE, he moved to Ireland, Dublin. And that's where he finally had access to Spotify.
Yeah.
So then he had access to a lot of podcasts to listen to, because UAE में तब नहीं था. And उसकी मजे की story है जो वो बता भी चुका है on the podcast is that he got a company laptop and then he was like, a mic mila usko. So he's like, oh, okay, I have like a free laptop and headphones and a mic now. I have Spotify now. So why not start a podcast? And then we're like best friends. So we're like, okay, let's all do this. And the initial plan was that it's just going to be banter of three friends, and we discuss what's happening on Twitter every day, Pakistani Twitter.
Yeah.
Some interesting shit happens every day on Pakistani Twitter.
Yeah.
So we're like, we'll discuss story, and we'll ask our Twitter. We're all big on Twitter. Like we'll ask people to send in school stories and gin stories and horror stories, and I think horror gin stories was where a lot of people started listening to us.
Mhm.
We had a few initial podcasts on 2 or 3 gin stories episodes, and that's how it started. And then Ali Abbasi wanted to keep doing this because he loves this. A few years ago, another friend asked him that, "What's one dream job that you would want in your life?" And he was like, "यार मुझे Conan जैसा talk show चाहिए."
Yeah,
If I had a choice.
yeah.
So and that's what he is essentially trying to do now. The podcast is much more professional and serious in the sense that we also swear a lot less on the podcast, and we have a lot of guests now who are willing to come on the podcast, or we've had a lot of international guests from many different countries, or India se kafi bahut interesting guests, which is uh, again interesting because if there was no podcast here, no TPR pod, I wouldn't have a lot of stuff to look forward to also during the pandemic, during the
Yeah,
last
yeah.
8 saal. And I would have never been exposed to a lot of people that we've spoken to on the podcast, a
Mhm.
lot of friends we've made, a lot of uh, people who we would generally not approach in real life
Yeah.
otherwise. So is tarah we've had Pakistani musicians on it that we grew up listening to, and uh, guests from India, from the US, YouTubers and new media people in Pakistan. So it's been fun. It's still going on, and yeah,
Yeah, I think
he's recording a few episodes tomorrow in the UAE. Yeah, that's it.
I think इस तरह की चीजें I think with everything that's happening in pandemic and we still don't know कि इसने कितना with the speed and the tenacity with which
Yeah,
के variants निकाल रहा है mutate हो रहा है, we don't know how long we're going to be in and out of it. But yeah, I think
forever.
yeah, at least मतलब अगले 10 साल तो this is I think the next decade is this is going to be our life in and out lockdown हो रहा है नहीं. Anyways, but I think
Yeah.
these sort of things are this sort of content and this sort of slowing down of pace for some people, not for everybody. I think took out interesting ideas and projects nikle that we will hopefully see grow, and hopefully your friend gets
Yeah.
a show like Conan. So yeah, looking forward to that. Thank you for your time, and we'll have you again
Thank you. Thank you, Fatima.
to discuss
Yeah.
something else, and we'll have fun with it.
Yeah. Next time. Yeah. मतलब whenever. मैं तो फारिग ही हूँ आज.
Okay, thank you. Bye bye.